Okay, you guys. So welcome to our team Zoom. I want to know in the chat, and then I'll kind of do a poll in our team too. Do Mondays work for a team Zoom? And also, does 8 o'clock Eastern work, or would you prefer like 8:30 Eastern? If you want to put it in the chat, if you want to text me,
No.
put it in the team chat, whatever you want to do is fine. We're just trying to figure this all out. We are newer teams. We're trying to figure out all the things of what makes the most sense. I am never going to tell you a Zoom is not recorded. Zooms are always recorded. Okay. So if life happens, it's okay. Okay. It is what it is. 8:30, please. Okay. We'll switch it to 8:30, you guys. That's totally fine. Maria's like, please help. Please help. Okay. So, Esther, 8:30, so it'd be like a half hour from now. Okay. So, you guys, we wanted to do a Zoom really, really quick. This is not going to be long. It's funny because I don't pay for my Zoom, and I was talking to Mariah about it, and I was like, I could, but also I love that, like, no matter what, like, it's not longer than 40 minutes. And I like that because a lot of times when Zooms are too long, you like lose attention and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to go now. Like, it's just too much. So, Zooms are going to be quick, to the point, all the things. Okay. So, what I want to come on here for, okay, a couple things, you guys, couple like not announcement, like housekeeping type things. Okay. First, today is the last day where you can enroll a brand partner for free when they buy Happy Juice. Okay. That ends tonight in a couple hours. Okay. Today is also the last day to get an enrollment to get your Power of One, which is a free product. Okay. It is not too late. You can still get one. Okay. So if you do not have your Power of One done, get it done. Okay. That's announcement number two. Announcement number three is, you guys, convention is like 2 weeks from now ish, like a week and a half. I don't even know, 2 weeks, something like that. It's next Thursday. That's when it is. Okay. I just looked at my calendar. Next Thursday is convention. Okay. So if you are local to me, okay, or anybody that wants to come, you guys, my house is open. I am literally, you're just gonna, it's like 20 or $30. I don't remember what I said, just to cover the food. But literally, I have spots for Mariah, how many spots did we say we have left? Four, five, four. Okay, thank you, Mariah. 4 spots left to sleep at my house, you guys. It's Thursday through Sunday, local as in near Charlotte. Thank you, Mariah. I did not say that. Charlotte, North Carolina. You guys can also fly here. Flights are super cheap on Spirit. Um, but you guys, if you have never been around people during a convention, you need to be there, because the things that are dropping, the things that are coming, you're going to want to be around people that are going to hype you up, that are going to do the dang thing. Okay. So if there's any chance you can come, I don't care if you just started today, if there's any chance you can come to Charlotte, come hang out with us. We are not scary. It's gonna be a really, really good time. Okay. That's the third announcement thing. Okay. So what I want to talk about, and I want to know, I want to do like a temperature gauge right now in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you're like, I'm so freaking hyped up about how the first 2 weeks of the month went. Put a 2 in the chat if you're like, it was okay, I did decent, but not what I wanted. And put a 3 in the chat if you're like, I was on the struggle bus. Like, I was driving the struggle bus the entire 2 weeks. Okay. Let me know where you're at. And I like the honesty. I'm like a 2-3. Okay. I'm a 2-3. And you guys, the reason why I'm doing this Zoom is that it's so funny how God works. But like, Jay did a live on this earlier today too, because I know that so many of you are in the same spot that Mariah and I are in, where we're like, man, the first 2 weeks of the month like flew by and I did not get done what I wanted to get done. And so I wanted to come on here and do this live, or do this Zoom for you guys, and make sure you guys knew that it was not too late. Okay. It is not too late for you to do whatever it is your heart desires in this business for this month. Okay. When I started on the 18th of May, and you guys, by the end of May, and honestly, a couple days before, I was silver. Okay. That's a minimum of $1,000 a month income. So I want you to think of right now, what would $1,000 a month do for you? Because that's not out of reach. You have 3 more days or 4 more days than I had. Okay. Why not? Why not? Okay. So what I want you to do, if that's you and you're like, you know what? I'm in. I'm in. Okay. Pay my rent without having to think about it. Can you imagine that freedom? That just like grace, that weight off your shoulders, you guys. That's the real stuff. Earlier, about 3 hours ago, Matthew and I went out to go to go to the gym, and our car didn't start. If that would have happened to me 2 months ago, I would have crumbled inside, because we didn't have the extra money for a new battery and to get it towed and to whatever else needs to be done with it. Right. But it was the coolest feeling because of Happy Juice and because of this business. I was like, okay, I'll call a tow truck. We'll just have it towed to the repair shop. And I did not have that rush of adrenaline. I didn't have that stress or that fear because I knew that number one, I could afford it. I knew we'd be okay. I knew that I could spring it. And number two, because of the happy juice, my feelings didn't get heightened. They didn't just like skyrocket and go out of control, right? You guys know if you guys have whatever was wrong with my brain, right? If you're like that, where like a little thing happens and you just spiral out of control, that didn't happen today. And it was a really cool feeling as I sat there and I was doing the tow truck stuff that I was just like, I'm just okay. And it was really cool to be okay for the first time in a really long time. And so I want that for you guys. Okay. So if that is you, you guys, I want to know in the chat, like, are you ready to go? Are you ready to do the dang thing this month? Because there is still time. And I need you, like Mariah said earlier, and she said it to me, but she said, you guys, like, you cannot bring the weight of the past 2 weeks, whether it was a good 2 weeks or a bad 2 weeks, you can't bring it with you. It's just going to weigh you down, whether you think you were great or whether you think you sucked. It's not going to do you any good. Treat today as if today's day one. And if you just want to call today a wash and start fresh tomorrow, that's fine too. But you guys, there is still time. Okay, so what I need you to do is I need you to get super serious and honest with yourself. I was talking to a girl on our team yesterday, and she was like, I feel like I'm doing all the things. And I was like, can I be real with you? Can I be real with you? And she was like, yeah, for sure. And I was like, okay, here's what I want you to do. It is one of two problems. One, you think you are doing the things, but you're not. Or you're doing all the things to get them done without thinking it's actually worth anything. It's one of those two things. So what that looks like, if you're like, I'm doing all the things. If I came to your house and I sat and watched you work, would I see you put posts up? Would I see you put reels up? Would I see you write down your potentials? Would I see you follow up with your potentials? Would I see you messaging for referral posts? Would I see you in a good headspace? Or would I see you acting as if this business was just a little side thing that you didn't really do? That is what I want you to get through your head. Okay. So you have to look at that. So many times in this business, in our previous business, Mariah and I would get message after message after message after message of people being like, how do you enroll what you do? How do you do what you do? And you guys, I used to yell it from the rooftops. There is no secret sauce here. The secret sauce is doing the work. That's all it is. Okay. There is nothing crazy going on. There is no secret script. You guys, every script that Mariah and I use is in our team board. You guys have everything. You guys have access to our pages, to our reels, to everything. If you want to know how we're getting enrollments, go take our reel idea and make it. If you don't know how to make a reel, go on YouTube and figure it out. If you still can't figure it out, go to one of us. You guys, you need to be proactive about what you want to do here. Okay. I promise you, every single one of you can still go silver this month, but it's not just going to fall in your lap. You have to run out and get it. You have to go run out and do the things to make it happen. Okay. So I'm going to put in the team chat. I'm literally going to do it right now. My things of what I do every single day, my shifted task list walkthrough. Okay. You guys have this. If you have questions on it, this link that I just put in our team chat goes over all the tasks and how to do the tasks. Okay. Do the things, because I promise you, you do all of those things every single day for the next 2 weeks. I'm not going to promise you you're going to hit silver, but I'm going to promise you you're at least going to hit your focus on 5 and get $500. Okay. That's still a heck of a lot of money. How many of you put a 0 in the chat if you would be jacked to get $500? Be honest. Okay. It was the most heart-wrenching thing when Jade was like, well, what do you need to make here? And I'm like, well, really anything would be better than what I'm doing. And you guys, to have legitimate money coming in, you guys, there's nothing special about Mariah and I. We just saw the vision and we caught it early and we are running. And so you guys, if you don't have that belief yet that you can really do the things, if you're like, man, this is just not going how I wanted it to go. If you are 1 foot in and 1 foot out, you need to make the decision whether you're going to go all in or all out. Because 1 foot in, 1 foot out is not going to get you anywhere. You're never going to move forward. Okay. It's like you pretty much turned on your car, but you're just leaving it in park. You're like, well, I'm like getting there. No, you're not. Okay. Do the things. If you don't know how to do the things, reach out. If you don't have the accountability or the discipline to do the things, reach out. Either Mariah and I will be your accountability partner, or we'll find someone. You guys, you need to take the excuses off the table of saying that this business is too hard. Okay. I have 2 little ones. I have a 2.5-year-old and a 1-year-old. Mariah has a 2-year-old. Jade has like 7 billion children. Just kidding. She has 3, but like 12, 7, and 5 or whatever. Like life is busy for everybody. Life is busy for everyone. But you have to decide, is this a priority to you or not? And if it is, then you need to do the things. if you're serious about like, I want to do big things, you guys, I said this in a post and it still chokes me up thinking about it. I have been with Amari now for 8 weeks as of Saturday. So like 8 weeks and 2 days. As of like a week ago, I added up all of my bonuses and everything, you guys. I made $10,054. $10,054. Am I anything special? No. Was I busting my butt every single day and working 20 hours a day? No. But I have been consistent and I have been proactive and I've been doing the things every single day. And you can do it too. You just have to make that decision that you're here, that you're all in, and that you want to do the things. So who gives a flying fudge of what the past 2 weeks looked like? Okay. I've only had 5 enrollments this month. Now, some of you might be like, man, 5 enrollments already? I'm mad at myself. By the 15th of last month, I think I had 20. Okay. You can do whatever you want to do here. So who cares about the past 2 weeks? Okay. This week, this month, now there's only 2 weeks of it. Okay. Oh, well, you can still go brand builder, bronze, silver, whatever you want to do if you decide to do it and you decide to put the action behind it. Okay. Jade said, I don't know if it was on a live or whatever when I was talking to her, but she said you can't have a steak appetite with a burger budget. Okay. You cannot have these dreams of I want to make $2, $3, $4, $5,000 a month, but you really only work 2 days a week. No. You guys, your expectation has to meet your work ethic. You have to do both things. I want you to dream, but I want you to have the action behind the dream so the dream actually comes true. You guys, I know a lot of you have been with another company before, and Mariah and I have said this 1,007,000 times. Like, it's scary to dream sometimes. It's scary to let yourself believe that things can actually happen because it hasn't happened before. And you spent so long dreaming for dreams that never came true. But I want you to know, and what Jade has told me time and time and time again, is that it is safe to dream here. And dreams can come true here. But you have to put the work ethic in. You have to put the work behind it. You cannot just lollygag around and be like, well, I don't know what to do. And I don't know how to do reels and this and this and this is happening. And you guys, like, I get life happens. I get it. But if you want it bad enough, you're going to figure out a way to do it. Okay. Mariah, you want to add anything?
Perfect timing. Literally, I just kicked my kid out of the car like 13 seconds before. Perfect. Yeah, I tried to prop you guys up. It's okay. I got excited and I moved. The whole car wiggled. I got 2 things for you guys. I'm gonna try to contain my excitement so that I don't drop you again. First thing, literally perfect segue. The way Courtney was in and all, she was just saying this. Then I want to talk about those guys who you guys just heard what she was saying. You were hype. You were like, yeah, I want to dream big. I love all of this, but like, how the heck do I do that? Because I know that's where I was last month. And I talked to her, and I talked to Jade, and they were talking all these big dreams and these big things, and I wanted that so bad. Like, I enjoyed network marketing for $200 a month. When I joined 6 years ago, my first goal was $10,000 a month. I never saw less for myself. And so I always had this big idea of what I wanted to do. But I tried and I tried. And like Courtney just said, the dream just didn't come true. And I started here and I wanted to want more. I wanted to dream big. I wanted to see hope and to see a change, but I wasn't even surviving. And so, how are you supposed to look at this big, beautiful sunset when I'm still underwater, hoping it doesn't get darker? And so, I want to give you guys permission if you're there that you're like, I want that, but how the heck do I even dream? I want to give you permission not to dream big. It's okay to take a stepping point. And that's what I had to do last month. And that was such a pivotal point in my journey here in the couple months I've been with Amari now. Like, it was allowing myself to dream small, allowing myself to figure out what do I have to survive. Not what would be nice, not what make me feel good, not what would replace none of that, but literally to make sure that my bank account does not go negative. How much do I have to bring in? I figured that out to the dollar amount, and we did that plus a little bit last month, okay? And by relieving the stress of being like, I know this month my account's not gonna go negative, and that I can be full transparent with y'all, will be the first time, whenever this stupid paycheck hits, but whenever it comes in there, it'll be the first time going forward that my account has not gone negative in like years, okay? Like, I am going to be okay now. And if you're not okay, how are you supposed to dream this big, beautiful, amazing, top of the line, everything's going to be okay thing? Because you're hurting, you're falling apart, right? And so I want to give you guys a permission to dream small. I want you to figure out, what do you need to survive? And then we're going to figure out how to get that done. Because once you can survive, it unleashes everything. I know you want more for your kids. I know you want to quit your job. I know you want to be able to take the trip. I know there's all these other things too. But if you can't live and get above surviving, how the heck are you supposed to get there? So I want you guys to really dive in this month. Make this the monumental month in your life that takes it where your account never goes negative again. You never have to skip a bill again. What is the dollar amount that you need, capital need, to survive? And then let's figure out how we're going to get that done. We have guaranteed income here. You have the $500 like guarantee, pretty much 5 customers, $500. What do we have to do to get it where you are surviving? Because once you guys get your head above water, everything changes. You see that dang sunset, you see all the beauty, you see all the excitement, you can breathe again. And I want that so deeply for every single one of you guys, okay? And then secondly, like Courtney was talking about, like, you got to do the work. Having the vision, having the dream, knowing what you want, that's only part of the equation. You have to do the work, okay? You can pray about it all day long, but you know, God's not a genie. Like, if we're not putting the effort in, it's not getting there. It says again and again in the Bible, like, it talks about, you know, faith without works is dead. There's always a prerequisite. When God does a miracle, it's because someone acted first. You have to act first. So praying, hoping, and wishing for your business, for this company to be the right fit, to be the thing that changes everything, guys, it is not going to be enough. You have to own your freaking business. You have to show up for it like the business you said you were going to start. You didn't go say you were going to start a hobby. You didn't tell your spouse, like, I want to go spend this money to start this maybe thing. You said you wanted to go start a business. So now it's time to buck up and own your business. It's time to show up for this business and run it, because you have the potential here to make stupid money. You have the potential here to create a legacy so much bigger than anything you could ever fathom. You have so much potential, but potential will remain potential until you capitalize on it, till you do something. And when you get in motion, guys, it can be quick. It doesn't have to take a long time. Like Courtney was saying, it's not been the best of the months. Like, I wish there was so much more I would have done. I was out of town all last week, and I was trying to work. Emphasis on trying. It wasn't what I wanted and all, but today I decided, got my life together over the weekend. Today I was like, I'm getting back at it. I have a brand partner and a customer enrolled today, because I decided today I was going to turn it on and I was going to make it happen. Because I decided to let go of what happened last week, let go of what I did not do, let go of what I wish I did, and decided today was day one. And today is when I was going to decide how this month was going to end. It started with what I did right now. And because I decided to get serious for my business, it rolls over. And not to say you're going to have an enrollment today, but I sure can guarantee if you don't do the work today, you sure as heck aren't going to have an enrollment today. So it's time that we take control of this business. Do the dang work. Get excited to, like, freaking just survive, okay? Like, it's okay to get excited to survive. It's okay to get excited just to be okay, because that is going to be the ground floor and the foundation of what's going to take you forward and past that.
Oh my God. Right. I just love you. You guys, I love that she is getting real with you, because a lot of times we get these Zooms and we get hyped up about these big, big dreams, right? And these big, big things. But you guys, that feeling when it clicks in your heart, like, oh my God, I'm actually going to be okay. Oh my gosh, I'm actually going to be able to pay my bills. That happened for me last month when I hit platinum and got Matthew to silver. I was like, oh my gosh, we're never going to go a month where we can't pay our bills, that we need to use our credit cards for some of our bills. That feeling, you deserve that. You deserve that. And so I want you to work for that. Jade, we have, like, I don't know how long, not that long. You want to close this out?
Yeah, how long do we have? Does it say?
Like, we have like 15 minutes. So we're fine.
Oh,
We're good. We're
don't
good.
mind if I do that. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, because hi guys. Well, this was impromptu. I literally just saw that she had a meeting happening and I was like, oh, I'll hop on it. And then she texted me and she's like, do you want to say something? I always have something to say. First of all, you guys killed it. My husband heard you guys and he's like, they sound like Jordan Buford. What is that from? What's that? The Leonardo DiCaprio movie? Which one is that? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? What's that movie? Whatever. Anyways, it's like, it's literally everything. He's like, are you broke? Pick up the phone and start dialing. That one. Anyways, you guys don't have to know. But this is what I want you guys to know. I have been in several diamond meetings. I'm trying to say things without saying things. Let me figure out how to do that. I have been in several diamond meetings for things that are coming at convention, like what's happening through the rest of this year and through next year. Okay. And I like, how many of you guys have been with another company once upon a time? Everybody. Okay. Everybody but Angela. Angela's like, nope, I am blessed that this is the first place I've ever been. You're so lucky. I wish I could say the same thing. Okay. So I'm gonna say this, and I don't like, this isn't to like talk bad about anything, but you know, I was a top 10 leader for like a really long time at another place, and everything was super fine and dandy for a long time. And you could like feel the fire, you could feel the excitement, you could feel the momentum, you could feel that like there was a direction that things were going. You could feel it from your leaders, you could feel it from your team, and it felt like everybody was on the same mission, going in the same direction. And I don't know like what it is, you guys, about like old companies, but there's a lot of old companies right now, and I'm not talking about one that I was previously at, just so you know, but there's a lot of companies right now, you guys, that are like literally just tanking. And it's because they were created in a time that they weren't meant to thrive in social media. Social media wasn't a thing. And what happens with social media is it causes rapid psychotic growth. And with rapid psychotic growth, you have to have a crap ton of products to go out, a way to pay people really, really well for all of the work that's going into what they're doing. And there's a lot of companies out there right now that are literally crumbling because they can't withstand the pressure of that. And so they have to completely switch their models to basically just being an affiliate company, and they're not even able to pay people for mentoring their teams, which I don't know what the hell they're doing, because literally like why would anybody who's an affiliate even like stay there? But anyways, my point is that once upon a time, I've been doing this 11 years next month. I started my business because I was a 23-year-old first-time mom, and my son just turned 1, and I was a hairstylist and a salon manager, and Will was working a full-time job, coming home and building freaking birdhouses and like outdoor benches, because he's a carpenter, from a tiny shed at our rental house that we were living at, just so we could like pay our bills. And we weren't. We lived off of credit cards. We had so much credit card debt. We had 3 cars. Not because we were rich, but because only one car worked at any given time. It was like a rotation of like which car. It was Russian roulette of cars. Which car is we're gonna stick the key in, and we're gonna talk to it, and we're gonna tell it to start today. And that's what it was like. And so when I started my business a long time ago, everything was like super great until it like wasn't. And you can tell when a company isn't keeping up with like the times and the shifts of life, and like the shifts of the industry and the shifts of the world, because you can start to feel things kind of come unraveled a little bit. And I remember being in that place probably 2017. I don't even know how long ago that was anymore, because I know it wasn't 5 years ago. Was it 5 years? 5? I don't know. 6 years ago. And I remember getting off a call about conference and being like, oh my God, this is so dumb. Or I had to go to my team, and I remember trying to figure out how to word to people how this was going to be so great and so awesome. And I just felt like from that moment, I just started lying to everybody so I could hope that I could buy us time for things to grow. And it was like that for years and years and years and years. And so when I came to Amare, you couldn't tell me anything about this company. I literally got on a call with Beck and with Ainsley. Both of them are top 20 of this company. And I said to them, there's nothing that you can say to me to razzle dazzle me. There's nothing that you can say to me to impress me. There's nothing that you can say, because I've been doing this too long. I've heard all of the things. And when they said, just drink the damn happy juice and just give yourself time. And it's kind of like what Mariah and Courtney said. And I do say it to them. I've said it to them a million times because I had to say it to myself. When I came here, I wasn't like, oh my God, this big opportunity. This is great. Like, oh my, I'm going to make $1 bajillion to do bigger things than I've ever done. I did not think that. I just wanted to like sink into a hole and just make enough money as much as I could to survive and then live, laugh, love. And every single day, every single week, every single month, the happy juice changed me. And I started to like come out of this crazy anxiety, depression that I was in, really at the lowest low that I've ever been. And I started to not just get my sparkle back, but like sparkle bigger than I've ever sparkled ever. And I've learned to trust what's going on here because there is no razzle dazzle. That's why they didn't have to razzle dazzle me, because there just wasn't any. I was like, you can't tell me you have systems. I don't believe you. And they were like, I mean, we can screen share. We can just show you. And I was like, I don't care to show me. I don't even believe what I'm seeing. What we are doing, this, you guys, is literally gold. It is like Willy Wonka, golden ticket. Let's freaking rock and roll. I am a nobody from the middle of nowhere in Illinois. I literally lived in a town that had a stop sign when I got started in this industry. The only thing that I had above anybody else was just hella good work ethic. I didn't have attraction marketing. I didn't have people coming to my page. I went to them. I treated my business like it was life or death because I needed to be able to be with my son and I had to be able to feed him. I didn't have a choice. And seeing what we have our hands on, you guys, the new products that are coming, if you understood what the kids' happy juice is, look at what happy juice has done just to Amare, just the happy juice, not including anything else. For you, how many of you guys have results with happy juice? You're like, this is like legit stuff. I've people telling me that they're getting off of their medication with their doctor's consent. They're doing crazy, what? With what? Okay, hold on. Just crazy, amazing things. Imagine what's going to happen for kids. When you guys go to the store, hey, no, 1 second. You need to hold on. When you guys go to the store, or if you need to go buy something, okay, for example, we have convention and my kids start school. Stop it. What do you need? Hold on. She's half naked. What's going on? What do you need? Okay, so then take them off. Just take them off. No, you have to take your shoes off first, okay? Take your shoes off and then we'll get different pants. Okay. No, you don't. For what? You can get your own shorts. Okay, so we have convention and I need clothes for convention. And right after convention, we have school starting. What did I do first? I bought my kids school stuff. I bought my kids the school clothes. I bought my kids this. I do everything for my kids first. People put their freaking kids before they put themselves because of why wouldn't we? Right? And so we are going to have a product that we sit here and we preach. I preach every day how this makes me a better mom and what this does for my mood and what this does for my stress and for my anxiety. Imagine what's going to happen when I get to look at someone and say, I'm going to be able to, like, you're going to be able to have this for your kids. It's going to be absent. Right here, pick out the shorts that you want. I'm not picking them out because you won't like them. Here, pick out your shorts that you want. Okay. Pick out your bottoms. What an opportunity. You guys, like Kids Mood Plus, I don't know if you guys know this about the kids products. Our kids products have won awards, national awards. And so that's not even the kids happy juice that's coming out. Like we just are so, I mean, you can be at the right, I think Amare is going to be an absolutely incredible opportunity for years and years and years to come. But there's something really, really special that happens when you get into something at the right place in the right time. And I did do that before and I made $1 million in less than 2 years. And I was just trying to make money to get groceries and gas. And I just worked my butt off and I stayed consistent. Okay. So I want you guys to know that, like, We truly have the making. I want you to just ask yourself, you guys know that saying, the fuck around and find out saying? It's like, fuck around and find out. But normally it's said in a really bad way. I want you to say that to yourself, but in like the best way possible. What if you just like mess around and see what happens? What if you just, you know, stay consistent and just see? What if you give more effort than anybody else? Why not someone like you be hella successful? Why not someone like you get to walk on stage at convention next year and tell your story about how you've done another company before? And you're like, I don't know, I have the most I've ever made. It's like $1,000 maybe a month, one time by fluke. And here you are being the next person to go senior leader, diamond, do crazy things, lead other people just like you. What if it's not just you? What if there's another you in the world? What if there's 1,000 other yous in the world going through the same thing you're going through, going through the same thing you have gone through? They have no idea that this even exists, and you get to be the first freaking person to introduce them to that. What do you need help with? Yes. Okay. Like, I think that we truly, like, people get paid a lot of money to not enroll very much here. Like 5 orders and you make $500. Like, it's literally insane. I've never heard of such a thing. Go take a shower. In my past experiences, if people got 500 in volume, they made $47. And you're getting paid 500. Okay. So the simplest system is there. I want you to start acting like you are, you're like I was going to say the tooth fairy, but you're not really taking anything from anybody, right? But what if your job was to wake up and believe, okay, go. Okay, go. What if your job was to believe that every single person is put in your path because you are meant to just plant the seed of hope of something that's possible, but I want you to go, okay? Of what could be possible if you help them just make another $500 every month by doing a focus on 5. What if you believed every single person that popped up on your newsfeed, every single person that commented on another person's post, and you were just like, oh my God, I woke up this morning and I prayed, I asked the universe, I asked God, I asked whatever it is that you believe in, put every single person in my path that needs me and needs this opportunity, bring me to them and bring them to me. And what if you start to treat this like you are literally just walking around like a little tooth fairy, bopping people on the head and giving them the opportunity to seriously change their life? Because $500 a month is an extra $6,000 a year. That's a lot of money for a woman who's trying to get out of an abusive relationship. That's a lot of money for someone who just got divorced. That's a lot of money for a single mom that has 3 kids that doesn't want to have to go get another job because she already has 2. That's a lot of money for a married woman who's a stay-at-home mom that has to listen to her husband say how he comes home from work and she feels like she's just not giving it the way that she wants to give. That's a lot of money for a couple that's doing super freaking great, but they just want to be able to put their kids in sports. That's a lot of money for someone who's in college and their parents can't afford to pay their college tuition for them. But when we get so in our head and we're like, oh God, I don't want to share hustle culture because of what if someone's watching me and they think like, I don't want to have to work too hard, like whatever. No, man, show people that you're working hard. Show them why. The best people will enroll on my best people came onto my team the nights that I showed people that it was 11:30 p.m. and I had a baby hanging off my back and my hair was a mess and I probably smelled bad, but I was up on a mission to completely change my damn life. And I talked about it and I shared it relentlessly and unapologetically. And I found the most incredible human beings that were just like me, just a nobody from the middle of nowhere who wanted what I had no idea it even existed. What we have at Amare, you guys, is so rare. We launched Canada. Go freaking slay Canada. One of your legs on your team should be a whole damn Canadian leg. Go freaking rock that out. We just launched Australia. Another leg should be in Australia. Go rock that out. I'm so proud of each and every one of you guys because I know that transitioning, if you have transitioned, is not, You do have 5 girls, and yes, and the Canadians are freaking killing it. And you guys, like, again, there are like, if there are people out there that don't even know that something like this exists, and this gets to be someone's first company, just like Angela, what a freaking dream come true. For people who literally gave up on an industry that they, you know, that's allowed them to make several thousands of dollars a month, but they gave up on it because they just were like, this isn't worth it. The culture's not worth it. The hustle's not worth it. The stress isn't worth it. They don't know that this exists. If you do not introduce it to